Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fourth episode of our series, Roadmap to Tech Opportunities, which is all about how to draft amazing essays for various opportunities presented by Kairos. Well, there are a lot of opportunities wherein we're asked to draft essays on given scenarios, which turns out to be a major factor for the selection of your application. Hence, it becomes really important to give out your best shot while writing down these essays. But it isn't as simple as it sounds. So, to make the whole process easy for you and to clear all your doubts regarding essay writing, today we have with us Aditi Tiwari, a third year IT undergraduate at IGDTUW and an upcoming ST intern at Google. She'll be addressing all your queries regarding how to draft amazing essays. So, let's start with our first question: how to begin the essay paragraphs?
Hi, thanks for having me. This is a very good question. So, I think a very important step would be to make it as eye-catching and as thought-provoking as possible, because that will help the reviewer get hooked onto your essay. So, this is a very important strategy. Apart from that, setting the tone of the essay and giving a brief idea about your thoughts can be done in the initial few lines of the paragraphs.
Okay. Next up, what are the key points that one should keep in mind while writing the essays?
Yes, so I think in this world where information is very easily accessible, a lot of us tend to copy jargon from here and there, and most of the times we might not fully understand it. So this, even though we feel that it's not visible into our essays, but it very much is. So it is very important to understand and connect with your writing. So make sure that you're like aware of the complexity in which you are writing your essay. So don't make it too elementary and school-like, but don't make it too verbose also. Apart from that, have a basic idea of the entire structure of your essay so that you can write in a very efficient and concrete manner. So there should be 100% clarity. It shouldn't be like that you started writing your essay and midpoint you realized that no, now I need to change everything. So before starting your essay, spend considerable amount of time drafting the basic structure of your essay and like what all ideas you're going to convey in each paragraph. And another important thing would be to do as many revisions as possible before finalizing the essay and stick to the topic as much as you can because ultimately they want answers to the questions that are being asked. So try not to divert from the topic.
Okay, some amazing tips. Next up, how to properly structure those essays?
So usually, like this is what was taught to us in school and in college. That the format is introduction, then a little bit of elaboration, followed by conclusion. But I believe in today's world, you can experiment and be creative with your essays. So you can either start with blunt facts and like straight away throw at them what your conclusion is, and then explain your conclusion. So it is a strategy that you will develop according to your own personality. So I think you should play around a little bit with your essays, especially if you're like a beginner. So try to see what works best for you. Apart from that, uh, firstly write down all of the topics that you're going to cover and then club them into a bigger group. So this will help in keeping all of the related things together, and in the end, you will deliver more impact because since all of the related things were together, so your idea will go across more easily to the crowd.
Absolutely. Next, how can one make sure that their essay stands out from crowd?
Uh, yes, so I have mentioned this few times, but my go-to strategy for making an essay stand out would be to include a personal story or an event that has happened to either you or like which happened in your surroundings and that you can relate to. So this will give a personal touch to your essay and make it appear that you are not just writing an essay that is stating what majority of the population will also state. So it will be a differentiating factor and it will show the importance of the issue of the essay that you're addressing in your own life. So I think that can help you in making the essay stand out.
Surely, this tip will surely help them. Moving on, what are the things that you think that one should avoid doing while writing essays?
Uh, so I'm personally a believer of the fact that you should express yourself as much as you can. So one obvious thing would be the fact that avoid grammatical error and a hodgepodge of ideas. But apart from that, I think if you feel connected to a topic very strongly, then put it in your essay because that ultimately is a part of your personality. So don't think much about like filtering yourself, but just keep in mind about the grammatical errors and all of that.
Okay. And lastly, any further tips you want to share?
Yeah, so I think given in the fast-paced world, most of us tend to push things towards the deadline. So please don't do this with essays. Have adequate amount of time before the deadline, and don't sit one day before the deadline and write down the whole essay. Be in a relaxed in a creative zone where you are feeling where you want to write the essay, and don't take it like a task that you have to complete. And another thing would be to start developing a reading habit, because then you come across various writing styles and you can incorporate some of that into the way you write too. So that can be helpful. That's all that I have to share.
Okay. So these tips will surely help all of you to draft amazing essays. Just make sure you follow everything that she has suggested. And hopefully we have answered all of your queries. And if you still have any more doubts, you can drop down in the comments below. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.